I guess. So this is the E.M.C Aurora by Allied Armor. I remember the name this time. So anyway, let's do a quick fly around here. Some thruster, a collection of thrusters, and some thruster skirt. Not really. Alright, that's the whole exterior. And the ship costs 18,726 PCU. So I noticed this earlier before I record the video. I was spawning the ship and I noticed this kind of tilt here. This is obviously a subgrid here, and that can be a problem. There's a window there. Is there like a room in there? I don't think so. We're gonna check that later. Alright, so in terms of armament, there's an assault cannon turret that is facing backward for some reason. So like I mentioned in one of my videos, turret orientation matters. But since the front is kind of blocked by these custom turrets anyway, it doesn't really matter what the orientation of that turret is. And over here, we have a custom turret using the autocannon. Alright, so the problem with this autocannon is that the range is really bad compared to large grid turrets or weapons. And for 4 of these, plus the hinge and all those stuff, you can just get a normal turret. Or you can get the same amount of weapon using the large grid cannons or railguns. So I know this looks really cool, but realistically speaking, this is a worse weapon than a large grid weapon. Alright, same goes here. I do like this graded catwalk here. I really like when ships are walkable or at least designed to look like they are able to be maintained. That's always cool to see. And a plus point if they can actually be walked on. There's some heat fan here. Gyroscope. Is that light armor? Reinforced conveyor. Well, at least it's sitting on a reinforced conveyor instead of just a conveyor, but still. Ideally you want your gyroscopes to be sitting on things that are as strong as possible. There's this recessed connector here. This gonna be a problem when you're trying to connect with something that might not necessarily be designed for this ship here. Same goes here, you can very easily damage these subgrids here or all these things here if you try to connect with something that is not really compatible. Thrusters here. Small. Wait, I thought these were small hydrogen tanks. Well, these are fine. These are only 1 PCU, so they are nice looking aesthetic parts when done that way. That's actually quite smart how they made them look like hydrogen tanks or fuel tanks. I will probably steal that design ID on some of my builds later. Alright, so this is not how you want to design your diagonal armor. You want to use as little subgrid as possible because they are very problematic. We have some thruster skirt here with the railings, which I guess are, well, nice looking aesthetic part there. And down here, refinery, large cargo container. More of those turrets there, those custom turrets, ion thrusters, assault cannons. Well, at least they do have a railgun, so technically speaking the ship does have a chance against faster ships. Alright, we have an antenna down here, and I guess that's the whole exterior. More things down there. Alright, let's get inside now. I don't see any solar panel. I do prefer for ships to have solar panels. There's more entrance over there, but I'm gonna use this one. Cycle auto airlock trigger. Oh, there we go. Can you close the airlock? Well, at least you can close the airlock manually. You know how in some builds you cannot open the airlock manually? That's always a bad design idea. Alright, conveyor pipe, armory lockers. This is a fairly simple airlock. Let's get, oh, so the airlock is locked, never mind. So this is a very bad design idea for the reasons I've mentioned in the video I linked before. And in here we have the same thing here. Oxygen tank, storage shelf, cargo container, LCD panel. I do like how they use these sci-fi interior walls here. It can add a lot of atmospheric vibe to a ship if used properly. Warfare battery. Some kind of interior gribbling here. Air fan. Alright, crew quarters. So ideally your whole interior can just have a single door, and you can just use like passage blocks to divide your rooms, and that way you don't need as many doors, and you also don't need as many air vents, and you will save a lot of PCU if you compartmentalize, that's a hard word, your rooms that way. Alright, so this is the crew quarter. We have some custom turret controller, planters. I like planters, they always look nice. Some neon decoration, more turret controllers. The console block here with a projection of the ship there. Looking out the window, I actually kind of like the vibe of this whole area here. It does feel breathing, roomy. And over here, oh, that's the warfare ion thruster. Interesting. Conveyor pipe. Here's the gravity generator. Well, I guess this is a good feature if you want to save some electricity or fuel, so you can quickly turn on and off your gravity generator. Alright, more doors there. Oh, this is the crew quarters, so that was like the hangout area or something. They used the bedroom here. That's good because the bedroom has more privacy compared to the toilet. And basically the same room over here. Conveyor pipe. Weapon rack. An interior turret. So the thing about interior turrets inside enclosed rooms like this is that you're assuming the person that's gonna board your ship is gonna use your ship's hallway. But the more likely scenario is that whoever is boarding your ship will most likely just grind inside from somewhere else. Like they can literally just grind through your ship into the components or internal components. Alright. Beam block here. Is that a remote control? Oh no, there's a timer block. Interesting. So the ship has timer blocks on both sides of the hallway there. And I think this is the CIC. Alright. You have a lot of panels. So I never really commented on this before, but you don't need panels that are showing what you can already see on your heads-up display. So ideally they should be showing other things that you don't already know if you're gonna put them in the ship's CIC or control station's room or something. Basically wherever there's like a control seat, you don't need them to show those things that are usually shown on your HUD anyway. These are probably better put on places that you don't necessarily know the condition of these things that are shown on the screen, like maybe in engineering or something. Alright, we have more timer blocks here behind the vertical windows. And I'm guessing this is engineering. Alright, we have a refinery here, reactor. A large reactor as well back here. There's a spotlight. I'm guessing this is for the lighting or atmospheric lighting of the thrusters back there. Alright, some more atmospheric lighting with oxygen tank there. More gyroscopes that are, well, sitting on light armor. That's a bad idea. And up here, what is this place? Oh wait, that's the CIC from before. And this is the maintenance tunnel. Alright. I do like the vibe of this whole place here. Do you guys see that? It's a really nice vibe down here with the dim light and stuff. So we have access to conveyors down there. And this is the end of the maintenance tunnel. Now, if you want your maintenance tunnel to be more practical, you can use this passage block here instead of this one. I mean this passage block here, because with this passage block you can access more of the things on the sides of the maintenance tunnel. Alright, let's go back up there now. I'm guessing this is the same room. And there's like a ladder shaft up here. Oh, another interior turret here. Again, people won't be using. Oh, this is the this is the top entrance, I'm guessing. So that's the whole interior of the ship. Let's check the internals now. So the ship only has 2 hydrogen tanks, which is fine because the ship is pretty much fully ion thrusters. The ship doesn't have any refinery or assembler. That's bad because the ship can totally be filled with refineries and assemblers, and that's gonna make the ship a lot more useful. There's 3 oxygen tanks. That's very reasonable. Alright, the ship only has 3 batteries. You totally want more batteries because you don't want to rely on your reactors. So the thing with batteries is that you can easily spread them across your ship and they will function just fine. And that's gonna make your ship a lot more survivable and also a lot cheaper than just relying on reactors. The ship doesn't have any hydrogen engines or solar panel. Where's the gyroscopes? I guess they changed the name of the gyroscopes. Oh, there we go. There's the gyroscopes. The ship totally doesn't need this many gyroscopes. I've mentioned this in another video. There's a certain point in how fast your ship can turn where it doesn't really give you anything. So unless you're using your gyroscopes for armor, there's really no reason to have this many gyroscopes. So the ship has a single survival kit there, and there's no medical room. So at least the ship has some very basic level of production with the survival kit there. There's no safe zone. There's so many air vents there. You can totally reduce the amount of air vents if you use less doors. And that's the amount of thrusters that the ship has here. Alright, that's the whole interior. Let's fly the ship now. So the ship accelerates really well actually for an ion thruster ship. Oh, the ship weighs 2.6 kilotons by the way. So judging from the weapon placement, I'm guessing the ship can either shoot forward or be used to fire broadside with the turrets. The upward thrust of the ship, well, it's pretty decent. I mean, you're not gonna be able to dodge too much by thrusting upward with this amount of thrust, but it's pretty decent. You can probably dodge some artillery or railgun fire if you're far enough. Oh, by the way, do you guys see that light beam there from the thruster bank on the back there? So I guess that's what the spotlights we saw earlier is for. That's pretty cool actually, because that makes the thrusters look a lot more powerful or atmospheric than they normally do. In terms of turning speed, well, the ship is actually quite heavy to turn, but still I don't think you need that many gyroscopes still. So yeah, I don't think the ship can fly on planets, but I think it can probably fly on the moon, so we're gonna try that now. There you go. So the ship can fly just fine on moon gravity. In moon gravity. Oh wait, I think that's upside down actually. There you go. That's the right way around now. So yeah, it's certainly a very nice looking ship. I do like the aesthetic works of the ship, but you know, the weapon choice and placement and the questionable building practices and the lack of survival stuff do kind of make it hard to recommend for you to like actually use in survival unless you really like the look of the ship here, which again does look really nice. I think if the ship just sort out the survival balance issue, and put some production and, remove some of the unnecessary stuff, I can certainly see the ship being more practical to actually use in survival. So if you want to use this on survival, that's very plausible to do. Though all the subgrids kind of make it a little bit, less convenient and has a higher chance of clanging. Alright, let's crash the ship now. I'm gonna crash the ship on the subgrids. Alright, here goes. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Well, the damage doesn't look that bad actually. Oh, there goes the shield thingy there. So yeah, that's the Aurora Frigate by Allied Armor. You can find the link in the description below. Words